Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Angela, the Traveling Crafter, and I am here with a show and tell haul for you all. Look at me rhyming this early in the morning. And, whoops, we're going to do that if I don't fall off my chair. So, what do I have? I'm trying to think of everywhere that I went to get all of this. Oh, I did an impromptu little, needed to get out of the house. I had horrible headache the day before, and I did nothing. And so I was feeling cooped up, so I went out and did a quick haul. I've got some things that are coming to this week's sale. You might have seen all the ideals. I found them on this trip as well. Those are coming, not the Christmas ones, but all of the rest. So let me show you what we've got. I found a Calling All Girls. I found 3 of them, actually. And I've got, let's see, July 61, September 61, and January 1960. So I'll just show you one of them. But they're really cute. And they were just, this one's the, I think I might bring some of these to the sale too. I'm trying to bring small things that are easily transportable, but this has a lot of cool summer things in it. And I thought this would be a cute cover. And I love that they all have the little dachshunds on them. This one is Happy New Year, January 1960. I think I'm going to bring this one to the sale. And this one is September 1961, How to Keep a Diary and Why, which would be really cool for junk journalers, I think. So I got those 3. I got 2 of these, so one of these is coming to the sale. Arrow Book of Tricks and Projects. This is from Scholastic in, what year? 1960. It's got coding. But I love the aging on the pages. So I got that. And then this is probably one of my favorites. Oh my goodness. It's called The Barnyard Doctor. And it's all about diagnosis and treatment of different animals. But there were some cute pictures, like, look at this. Cute. Care of sheeps and goats. Piggies. And I loved these cutouts. So I got that. This was a treasure. It was falling apart, and I think I got these at, I got these at St. Vincent de Paul, at least some of them. And I think this was one of them. And their vintage books are not inexpensive. But this one, I'm sure because of the condition of the outside, was really inexpensive. But the snowman in here is flocked on every single page. And I just thought the pictures were so vibrant and that this would make a gorgeous winter journal. So I picked that up. Can't pass up a Joy of Jello book, so I don't know. I probably have, oh, look, there's something else in it. Alphabet Cutters, Spell Fun, Jiggler's Gelatin. This particular one is from, does not say. But I have several of these, and I just keep collecting them because I'm going to do that Jello journal one of these days. Oh, there's another one. Look at how cute that is. Anywho, I did pick this one up. It was Cooking Ideas with Portable Electronic Appliances, but I bought it for the sole purpose that these pages were pink, and I loved these images. So I'll use those in my cooking journals. This was a treasure. It's called the Simplicity Sewing Book. And this one I did not get at St. Vincent de Paul. I can't remember where I got it. But it's just a cool book. And I love the cover. I thought the cover would make it cool. Look at that. That's neat. Look at that. Is your hair turning gray? Are you medium red? Are you blonde or are you brunette? These are the best colors for you before the new color styling. what do they call that? I can't remember. I did pick up 2 packs of cards. These were Fancy Nancy. They were new in the package. I did open them up. I'm sharing some of those, but there was like 4 colors, and I just took one set of one color. But it's got like perfume, boa, fan. So I have a Fancy Nancy journal probably that I'm going to do for Demi. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do it in honor of Demi because I'm not sure she'll use it and sell it. But our friend Sandy Wilhelmina also loves Fancy Nancy, so I got some of those for her. And then I found a Care Bear set of cards. They were in the box, but they were not a complete set. So I kept some for myself, and the rest are going to be given away and sold. I did get a Bopsy Twins in the Country, which I need to just take. Well, I won't take it out now, but I want to do a journal with that one. Maybe a cinch binding book. I've bought this one before. It's called The Noisy Book, and it's a Margaret Weiss Brown book. But I cannot resist these photos. And I think I've sold this before. But I think this one I'm going to keep for myself, because I think that there's a lot of things that I can use that for. Like I could use one in the airplane journal. There's in kids journals, or, you know, school days journals. But I also thought that these pictures, no, not this one, like those would be good in a French journal as well. They just, I don't know why, it just reminds me of that. I got an Animal Babies little golden book. I need to look this one up. This is from 1947, minus this piece here, which was where the tag was. I painstakingly took all of the tags off, but this is in such good shape. Before I cut this up, I need to probably look it up and make sure it's not a more collectible book. But I think it is, because 1942 is the first year, and that, what did I say this one was, 47? Yeah. So let's see what edition. Maybe, I don't know if these had the letter. Oh, this is C, so it's not a first edition. All right. This is 133 quicker ways to homemade with Bisquick. And I just thought this had also amazing images in it. So I'll put that with my cooking stuff. I don't need any more cooking stuff, but you know. This I thought was really cool because it is landscape, and they're typing drills. I should probably get my typewriter out and do some of these. Well, I have my typewriter out to do a project. So I got that. This was in the package, and I took a risk on it because I couldn't open it up. And I'm glad I did, because it is so pretty. And this is, and I'm assuming it was in a package because the cover has fallen off. Gosh, these pages are thick. That is one page. Wow. 6 kids coming from different countries: England, France, Italy, Holland, Switzerland, and Norway. But gosh, these, oh wow. Here are the children waiting for the ship. Where do they live? Can you take the children to their own country? I'm not sure exactly what that was. Maybe they were in there? I don't know. Oh, this is one of those double, even better. That's why the pages were so thick. Let's see if it says. So it's got each one of the countries. See, there was something here that came out of that. Each one of them had something. Maybe you put the person... Okay, hang on. We're going to go back to that page with all the kiddos. And it does not have a date on it. Let's go back to the page with the kids. Right here, 1951. And tags pinned to their clothes. Okay. So I was wondering if maybe you took these out and then put them in, but that doesn't really make much sense. I wonder what went there. If anybody knows, let me know. And as always, tell me what your favorite thing was, or if you have ideas on how to use these. So I was at St. No, was it maybe it was a DAV, and I never really find anything there. I think that's what it was. But they have all their children's books just all thrown in willy-nilly in a basket, like I don't know, 1965, this one is from, just in a great big bin. And these just happened to catch my eye, so I got them both. You know how I feel about readers. This is 1960. Super, super cute. And these, I feel like, this might be it. Stop and Look might be a first edition. Yeah, this one is, and this one looks like it is too. So those two. Something not so exciting, but I bought some more. I'm going to open this up because I need to put it with my solid colors. I bought some of this. It was $1.95. This was at that DAV, or I think it's that was a DAV. Disabled Veterans is the shop. And $1.95, I thought, well, I can't pass it up. I don't buy a lot of solid cardstock retail anyway. So if I see it and it's colors that turn me on, then I will get them. And it's nice. It's not too heavy a cardstock, but it's not bad. So those are the colors that are in there. And then I'll save this, and I use that in my packaging. So that I'm going to put over here. Gosh, I'm going kind of, I guess I'm not going that quick. And then I got another one that are all of these Astro Bright colors. So what I'm going to do with this is, I want to open it up because I think these are just regular copy paper. Yeah, it is. So I'm going to keep a stack of these for myself, and I'm just going to make some for others, because these are all neon colors, which I think are great. This whole thing was $1.95 as well, which I think is a great deal. All right, so I'll take some of those out for me, and the rest we go to my friends, or I'll bring to a sale. This was also there for $1.95. Again, I did not open it. And now it's kind of, this is the wedding one, but for $1.95, it's Cartabella, or Echo Park. And I thought, well, we'll try it out. Now I'm going to show you, but I did go to a new thrift store, which I think I have the piece of paper where, I think I have the business card. So I thought there were some things that I could use. Like, I can use this, and I can use that. And maybe this is one of those that we do a challenge with. Maybe I put this in my travel bag, and I'll use this as a challenge to use the entire kit. But let's see what's in it before I commit to that. You know, some of these are not, they won't work, but some of them will. Like that, no, probably not going to use it. But that is perfect. Same with this and that, perfect. All of these are great. Maybe, but probably not. That could be versatile. Yeah, I think we should do that. Wedding cakes, but there's the florals. And then these, maybe not. But I can use that. And like this love one I could use. And then there's, that one does say just married, but I think it's subtle enough we could use it. So maybe that's what we'll do with this one. I'll stick this in my travel bag. And should I have time to work on videos while I'm on my trip this week, I may be gone for 2 weeks. I have not yet decided, but maybe. Then, also, let's see, let me save this one, and hang on a second. I'll get to a few things that There we go. I think I've got all the ones that came from that new shop over there. I did pick up these two at one of my favorite thrift stores. So I'm going to take both of these. Well, maybe I'll do them today before I go. I am going to be sharing these, and so these will be on my sale on this coming Tuesday as well. I got a huge thing of pom-pom trim. So I might stick, this is a lot, so I may stick some of these. I'll go through this and see what's there and maybe bring a few yards for the sale. I don't know, when I see pom-pom trim, it's kind of like rickrack. I pick it up no matter what. Now, I have a video coming up where I tested a drill, and I used some of these things in there. But this had a whole bunch of other stuff in there, and I did make some little kits. But I don't... These are like cord crimpers is what I call them. They call them end connectors. But these squeeze around like a cording or chain. So I did keep those because I may be able to use them. There were two of these. I opened one up on that video. I did not use it. But it'd be great for a dangle. These are all alphabets. These are little bracelets. So we could probably do something fun with those. I think we could. These are jump rings, and then these two are jump rings. Now, I paid too much for... Oh, good Lord. Well, here. Let's just get my jump rings out right now. And we'll just throw them in here. I'll put these in there, too. And I don't mind that these are all in here. This is one of those things I don't mind digging through. I just don't like all the packaging. Some of these things that I use all the time. I'm okay digging through like my brads. All right. And we can probably just stick those in there for now. All right. But I paid like, I think $4.99 for the bed. There was a lot more stuff in there, but, you know, who knows? I'm sure those jump rings don't cost that much. So these need to be rehomed or put away. And then I'm saving the best for last. A few things. Hold on, I'm pulling them over here. These, I believe I got, well, I found some straws that Demi must have had. So I thought perhaps on my Give a Scrap, maybe I'll incorporate these. Maybe not, but I'm going to put them in with my miscellaneous and my wood stuff. They were there. I did go to Joann's the other day, and against my better judgment. And I picked up just a few things. Did I get these there? Yes. So this foil quill thing, it says standard tip heat pen, and I'm a gadget girl. It said it was on clearance for $21, and then I don't know, it was very inexpensive. So I don't know how this works. I think it was like maybe $15, which is, I don't know. For not knowing what it is, I probably shouldn't have bought it, but I did. I bought 3 little things of beads. I can't handle that joint. Like, it's the one. So I've been to the one in Mason City, which is at the lake, and that was just a mess, but they still had a lot of stuff at that time. Then I came to the one, because I went to, I think it's the Salvation Army that's next to it. And, they were just about out of everything. So I did get a magazine. I don't know who makes it. It's a UK magazine. Creative Ideas or something like that. And in it, like, they have one for crocheting, and then you get some kind of supply. And I just thought this was really pretty. So I bought it so I could have the stamps. I know, silly, huh? This is all but printed. I don't know why this is in that stack from Pink Polka Dot Pixels, I believe. And this is that's my new Milk Pog. But I don't know. My printer wasn't behaving, and it printed this, and it printed it a couple times. And now I know why this is sitting here, because I have, where is it? Yes, here we go. I have a project coming up where we're going to be using these and some of the next things I'm going to show you, but I'm not going to show you the project. You'll have to tune in, because I did do a prototype. And let me move this so that you can't see the finished project. And we'll move this over here. Forgot about that. So I bought several packs of these because I think these are great writing boards, and they're small. So I've got those that we're going to work with. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss. And then when I was in at the lake, I also went into the thrift store, and they had, okay, let me show you what they came in first, because I've taken them all out. They were not inexpensive, I didn't think, for not knowing exactly what was in them. But they're all called Cookbook and Recipe Scrapbooking Kit. Spice It Up Designs by Gwen Gunter. And so there's Grandma's Pantry. These are all cookbook style. Backyard Grilling. Home Cooking. And these, I don't know when. 2005. So I thought, oh, I don't know. For $3 a piece, do I really want to spend that much money? And not knowing what exactly was in there. But I just decided to go ahead, take a risk. And I have had this design before. So I don't know if it was hers or somebody else. Oh, this was called Barbecue. And then Spice It Up. And then one other that's I actually used to do my sample. So this is what was in them, and I was pretty impressed. You know, they're 8.5 by 11. They are a little Y2K-ish, right? But all of these recipe cards, and I mean, like, look at that. That's gorgeous. I don't think I did so bad. So I wasn't disappointed in this at all. So we're going to use these, I think, or at least some of them, in that project. And then this one was Past the Pickles. There's the barbecue one. But I have some digitals with macaroons and other sweets, so I thought that would go well with it. All this can go with my cooking goodies. So all of those. And then guess what? I know you're going to be surprised, but I found another Jell-O Magic book. 100 New and Favorite Recipes Celebrating 100 Years with Jell-O. And there is the cover. And this is, well, let's see when 100 years of, there's that 7-layer ribbon, rainbow ribbon thing that I was talking about on the video where I did the 10 layers, 1998, 10 layers of masterboards. But I just thought these images were fantastic, so I had to bring that home. I don't think well, I'm not going to say that. I might have it. It wouldn't be surprising if I did. At my regular Stomping Grounds, I did pick up more of these because I am going to be doing some kind of shabby, whimsical, no holds bar kind of journals, and I wanted some more of these so that we could play along with them. They sell these for 49 cents, so they must keep coming up with them, because unless they're taking the books apart, I don't know, perhaps, but I don't think so. All right, and then finally, I will bring these, or either cut those today. These were, I stopped in Story City and picked these up. So there were two different kind of springy Eastery fabric. So I'll cut those up before I go and take those with me as well, because I promised I was bringing fabric. I promised I was bringing, I made 3 mystery boxes from old match boxes, big match boxes, and they were full of things that you guys wanted. So you wanted things to make dangles, you wanted eyelets, brads, big hold beads. So all of that is in there. But this is what sparked it all. I went to Repurpose Rising, which is a very small, consider it like a reuse. And so people will donate their leftover crafts, and it's just a very small shop, but it's very well done. It's at 4812 Maple Drive in Pleasant Hill, Iowa. And they have repurposed materials, affordable prices, inspiration, donate unwanted supplies, and attend classes and workshops. It was a long way for me to drive, just, to go in blind, but I am really glad that I did.
Unknown caller.
No. We're not doing this. It's hooked to my iPad. My iPad's sitting over there. So what did I get there? Well, they had, and I've kind of cleaned this up, and you could fill a bag of items. And they had like paper bags, like $5 paper bag, a $10 paper bag. And darn it, when I was doing my drill review, I wanted to use these little guys. So I bought these. These were like in a kid's section. So there's cow, sheep, and a horse. And I wanted to drill holes in them to see how they would work. But I forgot. So I'll put them aside and do that later. I also got some little appliques. So I think I got 5 of each, maybe, or 4 of each. Must have been 5. So I got 5 of this design, and then 5 of this design. I picked up those. I'll go back to the bags. These were just tickets, and I didn't have any like them. I need more tickets. I have so many. But I just picked these up because I thought they were cute. They were 50 cents. Then I got myself a bag full of fabric. And these are some that I picked up that was just these little scraps. So they had an area which you could do a $5 bag, a $10 bag, etc. And I shoved as much as I could in there. Not very well. I tried to be kind of neat about it, but I don't know what these are. Is it wine? I'm assuming it's wine. I think it is. Okay, and then this was in there with that one. Then I got this, which also I will be sharing because I don't need all of this, but this is actually put together. And I got this little chunk of Ride 'em Cowboy by Darlene Zimmerman. So that'll be good in my Buck and Bronco. There's even Buck and Broncos on there. I got a little piece of Ditzy Floral. This is definitely a vintage piece. It's not very big. And then this one, which I thought was super cute. It is also vintage. So I think there's enough for me to share there. Here's another piece of that. So all of these I will be sharing this week. And then this was a whole hodgepodge of a mess, but I did, and I've already separated them, kind of put them together. But let me just show you. Because these are like partially made pieces. See, this is inside out already. But I wasn't leaving this behind. Maybe this is all the way sewn together. So these are panels that would make, here's one that's not turned inside out. So I thought these were fabulous. They'd be fabulous for, you know, a whole cover. You could cut all these out. You've got all of this fabric. You've got this piece. So I got those. I know that one's inside out. And then there was also, these would have been pillows. I mean, they're huge. I think I'm going to make these into pillows. I do believe. And then there was a bunch of scraps that were just like, place the pocket in the center. And then there's the pockets. These were all the directions. I've had these before. My crayon, my tooth, my candy. And then I thought there were some little ones. Oh, yeah, some little pockets. There you go. So I think this is supposed to be like a handbag. I think. I don't know. So I got those. And then there was even this piece, which it's also the pillow. Of course, I'm going to make it. But then there were also the little ones that I can use in the journal. So I think I'm going to make those. Again, I couldn't resist and pass on Holly Hobby. So, that is what I got. And then finally, I don't recall where this was at. It was one of my last stops. Oh wait, one more thing from that Repurpose Rising. I did pick up 30 of these, and I have some of these already, but they're just, like what, negatives or slides, you know, if you had a slide. And maybe they were also used for, no, these were definitely for slides. But I had some of them, but I think Carla Frizzell uses them. And if I remember right, she said, Carla, if you watch this, she said she had a hard time finding them. So I just picked up 30 of them, and if she needs them, I'll send them her way. Because I have a few. I mean, I don't have a lot of them, but I have a few. Okay, now I'm really serious. Now this is the final. This is the final. So I got some more vintage ribbon, and I am bringing this to the sale on Tuesday as well. So there's that. It's orange. Super cute. Look at that. There's little old vintage pins in there even. I've already cut these. Then there's the purple. And I love this because it's stiff and it sticks on there. And I have these. I'm going to leave these out because I'm working on some journals. There's this one that's orange. There is this one that is blue. I don't know if you can tell. It's got the little scallops on it. And then I personally love these reels too. There's a yellow. And then the last one is just a plain red. But again, it's got a beautiful scallop. So I'm going to cut some of those in just a minute after we're done today. And have some fun. But aren't those pretty? So some of these are going to be coming to this week's sale as well. And now that, my friends, is everything that I got at the thrift store. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time. Until then, remember to take time to just be. Cheers.